What is up? Oh, dude, I'm so tired today. Holy shit. Holy fuck, this is so loud. I went to the gym, then had a bowl of ramen from my favorite ramen place. Then I took a shower. And not only did I take a shower, I was like, fuck it, I haven't taken a bath in years. I plugged up the fucking, I'm cursing so much, it's gonna get demonetized so soon. I plugged the drain. I've been having demonetization issues lately, that's why I'm talking about that. I plugged up the drain, let that bad boy fill up with that nice, delicious warm water. I don't know why I said delicious. And I chilled in it. Oh, it felt so good. Now I'm so tired though, because you know it was leg day. I had a delicious shio ramen with some, oh my god, fatty cuts of pork. Oh god, it was so good. Spicy menma in it, a little bit of chili sauce. God, I'm thinking about the food now. Oh, it was so good. How are you guys doing today? What do we got going on here? Oh, thanks, Chisatori. I appreciate it. It's my Actually, I didn't wash it today, so I'm glad you think it looks good though. Who do we got right now? We got Yodu, Game Monger, Chisatori, Avatar Desto, Universed, Latara, Cease. How are you guys doing today? Latara, don't worry about that. Pay no attention to that. That's something that doesn't exist. That's not real. That's you'll see in a video, but there's a lot of new things to the set right now. That some things that are a little more hidden and elusive than others. Ah, yeah, I should have sold my bathwater. Who knows when I'll next take a bath? I always shower. I'm a showerer. I'm not a bather. What's up, Zizi? How are you doing? If I move to Japan, which I know fucking cringe weeb says he wants to move to Japan. Content creator cringe weeb. Dude, Japan's a fucking gold mine for content creation. Every time I see there's a Chainsaw Man pop-up cafe, or like Demon Slayer, like pop-up shop. All these awesome, cool things in Japan that you can't do here, you know? Japan's a content gold mine, everyone always says it, so I most definitely would like to find my way out there someday. Okay, I had a few things. Okay, so if you look at my thumbnail, there are a few things I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, the big thing that we always talk about is Chainsaw Man. Wait, let me pull up the... One sec. I just want to make sure the character AI thing was pulled up as well. Alright. Alright. Whoa. Maybe character AI might not be working today. Wow. Okay. Character AI might not work today, but we'll have to see. I have it pulled up. But, like I said earlier, so we might not do the future double prediction today. But like I said earlier, I had a few things I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, Chainsaw Man Chapter 145 coming out tomorrow. Super hype. I think it's 145. Goddamn, I can't believe we're already in the 140s. But, I also wanted to talk a little bit about the newer chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen. We have chapter 238 today. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. The main thing I want to talk about is how JJK has been since 236, and like if Gay Akutami stuck the landing after that fucking shit show of a chapter. So I want to take a brief moment to talk about that later. But then there's one big thing, and I want you guys to stick around for it. It's not Chainsaw Man, but if you see in the thumbnail, I want to have a Choujin X discussion. And at first I wanted to talk about the newest chapter that came out last week or the week before. I did want to talk about the newest chapter, but I'm actually not going to talk about that. Maybe, unless there are like a lot of Choujin X fans here. I want people who have never heard of Choujin X or never read Choujin X to stick around. Because I'm going to give you an initiation to that fucking... Dude, we got to start putting some respect on Choujin X, dude. We got to start putting some respect on it. I'm even thinking about considering adding Choujin X to my reviewed series. Considering it. Did I watch Tearmoon Empire? I did not. Dude, yeah, okay, see, we're totally getting there. We're definitely gonna get there. Yeah, for Choujin X, and that's the thing. Choujin X. Oh, we're not. I'll save the discussion about it for later. But I will say, I'll admit, Choujin X, when it first started coming out in, like, was it 2021? I think 2020, 2021. It started off kind of underwhelming. But we're not going to do that yet. We're gonna talk about Chainsaw Man first. We're gonna get through all the discussion things I have pulled up for you. Oh my God. Okay, so there is a gentleman in chat right now named Ivas Immorfle, who is one of my best friends on the planet. And I talked about him in a stream the other day, and I was like, I don't know when, like, if he, like, I don't know if he ever drops in, like, maybe he was stealth dropping in, but, I wanted to, I don't want to dox him by saying his real name, but Ivas Immorfle is one of my best friends on the planet. And actually, I wanted to hit him up because I don't think he knows that I've been reading One Piece, and I am a decent amount, not a decent amount there. I'm 5 volumes through now, but what am I even gonna fucking? I don't know, because I don't want to just call him his real name because he's like an actually IRL friend. But Ivas, I'll call you that right now, Ivas. We gotta catch up. I love you genuinely with all my heart. So yeah, I want to talk to you about One Piece and how far I got, and how much I'm loving it right now. So let's definitely chat soon, brother. Oh no, dude, Desto, you don't have to read Tokyo Ghoul for Choujin. You don't gotta do that. Choujin stands pretty strong on its own. There's no references to Tokyo Ghoul at all, and whatnot. I can't wait for clickbait thumbnails about doing things in Japan. Absolutely, dude. That's all I want to move to Japan for. I want to be reading Chainsaw Man in Japan. No, it's not even the same world. Yeah. Choujin X is in like an alternate Earth. Jake, from 5 volumes in, what do you think the One Piece is? It's the friends we made along the way. How many chapters of Choujin are there now? I haven't read in like 15 chapters, or I haven't read since chapter 15. There's okay. It's hard to say because give me a sec. Actually, I can tell you how many chapters there are. There's a lot more because Sweet Shida does the thing that Murata behind One Punch Man. They do the same exact thing for how they list off chapters, where they have like It started off normal, so up until chapter 25, then there was like 26.1, 26.2, 27, 28, 29, 30.1, 30.2, 31.1, stuff like that, all like the .1 chapters. I could actually show you this. So there's a lot of chapters of Choujin X now, but we're gonna get there. I gotta slow my roll. We're gonna get there. Have you read Mama Yu, the manga Fujimoto recommended? I haven't, but I know that people have been asking for that. Maybe we could read that later too. Okay. But before anything, actually, most importantly, I wanted to share with you guys a passion of mine before we jump in. Do you think? Oh, actually, that's a good question. Plexium, I will answer that question in 1 second. Plexium asked a really great question. Do you think Chainsaw Man Part 1 is better than Part 2? I've explained my thoughts on that a few times before, but I want to keep that on the docket. But first, I'm pausing the amazing Yoshi's Island music. I want to show you guys something. I want to share with you guys. I can't show the exact recordings. I want to share with you guys one of my new favorite bands. If you like fucking like Japan, like Japanese culture, anime music, like Japanese fashion and all, you need to check out this band called Hanabiye. They are a like people call them like Harajuku core. It's like kawaii metalcore. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the like a live set from them because I can't show you their actual music or else this entire thing will get taken down. But this band They fucking grok, dude. You have to check this shit out. Dude. They're like Gyaru metalcore. They fucking slap, dude. Wait, let me turn it up. They fucking slap so hard. I needed to spread the good words. They just had an American tour, and I wish I could have gone and seen them. Dude, listen to her fucking voice. Dude, she's fucking tearing it up. Okay, I gotta fucking slow my roll and be careful about playing too much of music or like copywritten music on here. Even though it's a live performance, I don't know what I can and can't get fucked on. But I'm just gonna be careful. Whoops. I didn't mean to show you guys my Nintendo music video I pull up. Oh, boss, thanks, dude. You don't gotta watch that shit. I can tell you my reactions to One Piece. Just you don't have to watch my streams for that. I want to talk to you about One Piece. All right, we're going into the Chainsaw Man discussion. First thing I wanted to talk about was my favorite part of weekly Chainsaw Man discussion, which is the bingo card. So chapter 145 bingo card, because the reason why I like this so much is because it takes a lot of the guesswork out for me. I don't have to come up with all these theories or predictions and stuff like that, because this person already has. So chapter 145 bingo, the Asa and Yoru drought is taking its toll on my health. Nobana and or Haruka escape. Fake Saw does something mysterious. Asa and Yoru bickering. Asa saves church members. Asa gets arrested. I want that so fucking hard. I want Asa to get arrested. Fami sends people after public safety. Denji tries to get the fuck away. Reize comes back. I think, it's coming soon. It was all part of Fami's plan. Chapter has more than 7 pages. I fucking hope so. Barem versus Quan Chi. If Barem fights Quan Chi and Quan Chi loses, that shit will be, that'll be chapter 236 of Jujutsu Kaisen all over again. Naita is in danger. Asa, Reize, date free. Asa hears about the attack. Reize got sent after Asa. Fumiko contract revealed. Yoshida shows up. The kids get arrested. Quan Chi is still mourning her fiends. Yoru got more power and or good weapons. Barem has a plan B. Katana fights Fake Saw. Neither Asa nor Denji show up. More Division 7 members revealed. Kishibe returns. Obviously, I'm hoping for Reize. We're all hoping for Reize. I haven't forgotten that I told you guys the chapter that Reize shows back up in, I will do the entire chapter review video with my Reize body pillow. I said I would do that. And I don't know why, like, I'm certain if I just didn't bring it up ever again, people would just forget about it, but, I'm a man of my word. I want to be good to what I say, you know? I like the idea of Reize going after Asa. That's some good conflict. I like that until, like, if Reize has to die, then I'm like, ooh, maybe I don't like that. Yeah, I'm missing Asa, though. I agree, Albasami. I fucking miss Asa, dude. Yeah, Kumar allegations will be hard to beat. I bring it up every time I talk about the body pillows, is that one time that guy took a really ugly screenshot of me doing that video. Like, clearly satirical video about, one of the Chainsaw Man trailers with a Makima body pillow. Also, I got a brewski with me. And then fucking absolutely dragged me on Twitter. Actual bag of dicks that guy is. I will never, ever forgive him. I won't forgive him because the screenshot that he took was bad. It didn't look good and it was an ugly screenshot. And also, he definitely saw the clear sarcasm in the video, but just blatantly ignored it. Yeah, yeah, I got a nice cold Sapporo. Okay. I could be a walking Sapporo advertisement right now. And I did not plan this. And just so you guys know, I did not buy a single bottle. Anytime you've seen me drink a can or bottle of Sapporo in the past 2 months, that has all been free Sapporo. I have not spent a cent on it. I have, because of it was most of it was gifts from when I left Boston, because everyone knew I liked Sapporo. But also some of it was just given to me from other places. I have, between cans and bottles, I have over 50 Sapporos that I haven't drank in. Unopened Sapporos. I have a lot of beer to get through. I'm not, obviously not in one night, but I've got, so like, I've been drinking free beer for the past 2 months. Not on the bingo card, but I'm kind of worried Barum will try to escape and grab Nayuta. Do not put that evil upon me, Avatar Desto. I'm gonna say it louder for everyone in the back. Avatar Desto just sent this message, not on the bingo card, but I'm kind of worried Barum will try to escape and grab Nayuta. Dear fucking God. Dude, no, that sounds like actually likely. Don't introduce conflicts to this. Yeah, my secret sponsor. Sapporo. Take a shot every time Jake smiles. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a secret about, because I didn't always used to smile all the time, especially on stream or in videos. I started doing that intentionally, actually, if you believe it, because I saw it one time in like a behind the videos of an Abroad in Japan video or something. Oh no, maybe it was in the Abroad in Japan podcast. I sometimes listen to that when I run, and Chris Broad had said that when he does his voiceovers, he's always smiling because it makes the voiceover takes come out a lot better. So that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I'm trying to be like, because I think it makes me present better as well. And also, if I forget to say something or if I run out of things to say, if I just smile, it looks like better content. What if Barum planned for the church to fail? I don't think Barum planned for the church to fail. I think Fami planned for Barum to fail. The hybrids wanted revenge on the control devil. Just saying, dude, don't put that on us. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Oh, brother, there is no Riz here. Only when it comes to ghosts. I would love to be the Riz fiend. Only when it comes to playing Phasmophobia, and I'm asking the ghosts if it can grip or if they're all bricked up. I'm all bricked up. Are you guys? This is a dumb question. I swear, if anyone that actually knows me in real life is watching this, they're about to fucking absolutely drag me whenever they like in Discord or send me messages or something like that. But you guys watching any of those like Plum Corp meme videos, like Michael Phelps fit evaluation? That's a dumb question. I'm certain not, but I just had to ask because that's like half of what I reference in my live streams and videos now. All right. That was a good bingo card. Lots of cool stuff to consider. Oh, okay. I also wanted to get this in there. Someone did an awesome redraw of the McDonald's Japan ad, but it's Chainsaw Man, where it's Denji. Oh, dear God. Enhanced too much. Denji, Asa, and Nayuta. Oh, there's some Gojo and Geto. That looks like the train pass that I have. Okay. And it's Family Burger. I will never get over the fact that the Chainsaw Man related podcast that I'm on, called the Public Safety Special Broadcast, on one of the episodes that I could not be on, they talked about the McDonald's ad. And I think that's fucking bullshit. I needed to be there for any discussion about this McDonald's ad because I think this McDonald's advertisement is the funniest single thing that has happened to the internet. Dear Lord, I loved seeing just the absolute shitstorm erupt from basically a McDonald's ad that was trying to tell people, please, for the love of God, have sex. And then the entire discussion about, like Eastern governments encouraging family values while Western governments try to destroy family values. And the entire, I loved seeing, like, chuds bitch and moan online about it, dude. It was so funny. Oh, man. Dude, I wish I was there to talk about the McDonald's ad. It's literally the funniest thing that happened to the internet. Jake, do you know if Yuppe, what? Yuppe are any good? They're like a Vocaloid deathcore. I've just heard the name, but I haven't heard their name come, but I haven't actually listened to them yet and figured a Rebass might know them. I have not heard of Yuppe, but I'm gonna look them up. Wait. Yuppe? I'll have to look them up after the stream, but also, Evas, I just saw your message. It was literally, I think it was the last One Piece stream. There was one point where I talked about, I said that I have a friend that loves One Piece that I really want to talk to about One Piece now because I've been reading it. It was the Volume 5 one. We all know that Naruto prefers Burger King. Dude, Burger King fucking sucks ass. I'm sorry. Any Burger King people, I'm very sorry. You'll never catch me eating that shit. Except for their french fries. Their french fries are not that bad. The McDonald's controversy wasn't even real. It was just people making up controversy of people that don't exist. Seriously? I saw a few like quote retweets or reposts, I guess they're called now. I saw a few people causing a fuss about it, but not like mad at the actual advertisement. Just like I saw there's one, I saw it via a ratio, like a post that said ratio or something, because they were quoting a quote tweet of the McDonald's ad. This is such a fucking long-winded explanation, but some guy was like, at least Japan actually encourages family values, unlike America. And I don't know. I don't know enough about the discussion to make a actual educated opinion or educated stance. But I saw someone being like, typical weeb, fucking, just praising the fucking gravel that Japan walks on. Which I'm the same way, dude. I fucking love Japan. Never even been there, and I'm that filthy weeb. It was like 5 tweets of people vaguely referring to the ad. I saw like one like actual quote tweet, but yeah, it probably wasn't actually all that big of a deal. But it was still fucking funny. You have to admit. Popeye's supremacy? Dude, I love Popeyes. Popeye slaps. When it starts with ratio, you know it's silly. Have you ever heard of Burgerville? It's a restaurant, I know, at least in Oregon, that has really good burgers, from what I remember. I do not know that one. My favorite burgers is... I feel like I could probably dox my past life now. Oh, hello, Steam. Do not do that. Okay, sorry. I agree that there was a lot more talk about the controversy being existing than it actually being a thing. My favorite burger, I'm gonna dox myself because I can do this now because I don't work there anymore and I haven't worked there in a long time. But I worked at a hotel in Boston. I worked at a 5-star hotel in Boston, and they had a burger there. It was a cherry pepper burger in their restaurant, and that shit was so good. That was actual gas. And that's my favorite burger. But Five Guys is up there as well. I love Five Guys. Jake, how do you feel about Kagurabachi surpassing Chainsaw Man in views on manga stream? If Kagurabachi ends up being a series that's more than just good art, I would say GG. But if Kagurabachi ends up being the flavor of the month, that's exactly what it's going to end up going back to being. It's going to fall out of favor. This is literally like when everyone was memeing on Morbius, and so not DC, fucking Marvel and Fox put it back in theaters. Or was it Sony? Marvel and Sony put it back in theaters. It's Morbius all over again. Unless it gets really good, it's Morbius all over again. Oh, I like Taco Bell fries too. What games do you play? Hunt Showdown is my favorite game, or one of my favorite games. I play Hunt Showdown, anything Nintendo, especially Pokemon. And right now I'm doing a lot of Phasmophobia. I'll do Titanfall 2 with my friends, but I suck at it, and so I get frustrated when I play. What else do I play? Wait, let me see. I'll give you a good answer. I like Smash too. I'm just looking at what's on my desktop. Oh, Party Animals. I'm loving Party Animals. I have GTFO downloaded, and as well as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I might want to try to do those during this spooky season. Baldur's Gate 3 I have. I love Baldur's Gate 3. Deep Rock Galactic is a lot of fun. Oh, dude, I want to do a Deep Rock stream, actually. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting lost in the sauce right now. Favorite Smash? I liked Ultimate. Ultimate, I had fun with. I can only say that as a casual player, though. BG3 stream anytime soon? I originally wanted to do Baldur's Gate on stream, but one of my friends I play with advised against it, at least for my first campaign. Maybe my second campaign, I'll see if I can get some creators to do it with me or something. Do like kind of like one of those D&D streams. I still want to do a Chainsaw Man D&D stream. I think it was Unaversed's idea too. Oh, thanks, G Satori. I'm happy. I'm happy I can provide. Wait, with those BK comments? Oh, Burger King. Yeah. Well, they're off doing fun stuff now, so it's okay. But BK, dude, BK's ass, dude. Burger King sucks. Except, no, okay. Burger King, I will say, had the best marketing of any fast food place ever with that fucking dope-ass jingle. The Whopper, Junior Whopper, Triple, Double, fuck me, Whopper. That shit's bussin', dude. I want that shit on Spotify. Okay, yeah, can't stop looking at the elephant's mad face. Someone posted this on Reddit. Is this the same location? I thought it was cool. And the answer is maybe. I mean, how else would we be able to tell? Yeah, that's a hard maybe. But these are happy elephants, not angry elephants. So it's impossible. And there's pandas there. It's not the same. Not the same. I'm calling it now. Not the same location. Whopper. Yeah. Makima loving Burger King is a running joke in the RG33 skits. Dude, one time we did a stream. Does anyone remember the stream when we watched the RG33 skits? Yeah, Burger King fries kind of slap. It's been a few years, maybe rebranding. Oh wait, no, there is a panda thing there. Actually, wait, no, maybe they moved the panda. They could be spitting. Yeah, we watched the RG33 skits on a stream one time. And I remember thinking at the time, like, I don't know, because I've been trying to think about ways I can revolutionize my content and do more fun stuff that I like, more than just reviews and stuff. And I thought I could do something like that, but in the end, I don't think I'd be well suited for that. I didn't want to say that, but yes, I wasn't all that interested in them. Some of them were funny, but most of them were not. I remember thinking at one point, I was like, I bet I could do this better. But no, I probably couldn't. But yeah. What happens to horror story writers in the Chainsaw Man world? Are they put in jail? That sounds like that should be a crime, making people scared. Oh, yeah, I also pulled up this because this is literally me every fucking week. Like, in every video title, we have fucking Sugo, Raze will return, Barum, Raze will return, Whip Hybrid, Raze will return, Spear Hybrid, Raze will return, Quan Chi, Raze will return, Samurai Sword, Raze will return. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow. I wanted to say this on my last review video, but I really hope we never learn Samurai Sword's name. I think that'd be so funny. If like, Fujimoto keeps with the meme that, like, he just doesn't have a name. Opinion on Hardee's Carl's Jr. I have never been to a Hardee's or a Carl's Jr., but not to put fucking Papa Jones on blast, my dad, he used to tell this story about the first time he had a breakfast sandwich from Hardee's or something, and it is the most... my dad is a genuinely funny guy. Yeah, like he's intelligent, funny, witty, all these good qualities, but he has this story about eating a breakfast sandwich from fucking Hardee's. It is the most mundane story. I remember, like I guess part of the joke that when he tells it is that it's like the most boring story on the planet, but that's all I know Hardee's about, or Hardee's for. Yeah, thank God it's no longer the, oh my God, it's the Death Devil allegations every chapter. That also, if Reze never comes back, that'd be pretty funny. I really have been enjoying the talk that Chainsaw Man Part 2 is a meta-narrative about the success of Part 1 and Fujimoto's relationship with his audience. I also catch that vibe, and I too, like, if that's the case, I am very much with it. I know that a lot of people, every time people, that's an interesting talking point, because a lot of people always like to say, oh, just listen to the song, bro, whenever people say that, but I do very much agree with that point. I do see the parallels to that. Yeah, Reze's the Death Devil. Be pretty funny. What's up, Galaxy Master? How you doing? Meow, he's the Death Devil. Let's see. What else do I got for you? Oh, okay. I didn't read this yet, but someone made something called Actual Criticism of Chainsaw Man's Story. Now, and after this, I realized I forgot to say my my answer to if I think Part 1 or Part 2 of Chainsaw Man is better. So I'll read off this this criticism post, and then I'll talk about Chainsaw Man's story as a whole in my own personal criticisms. Not that there are much, but, you know, do kind of want to talk about it. Wait, what? The real goated Burger King ad campaign was that you could get a Whopper for 1 cent if you ordered it using the Burger King app from inside a McDonald's? What the fuck? Okay, that is based marketing. I would eat more Burger King if they still did that. I was thinking about Chainsaw Man the other day, knowing nothing feels eventful, but who's to say that this is just how the universe is, and this is a third of the apocalypse, or this is the third or fifth apocalypse they've dealt with. The same person also made it in defense of Chainsaw Man Part 2 as well. Oh, I didn't even know that. But let's read the criticisms. We'll look at both sides. So, actual criticism of Chainsaw Man's story. This is a post about the actual reasons why some people have problems with the recent direction of Chainsaw Man. No, the reason people don't like Part 2 is not because it is slow. Saying the story is slow is a poor way to describe why people have issues with the story because it doesn't explain the actual problems. Please stop saying the story is slow. This is exactly how I feel about people who say that Demon Slayer is carried by the animation. If you have actual criticisms of Demon Slayer, aside from, it's carried by the animation, bro, you know, that's fine. But it's the same shit. It's actually the same shit as saying Chainsaw Man Part 2 is slow. If you think Chainsaw Man Part 2 is perfect and want to keep thinking that way, that's great. You don't need to read it. If you're curious, however, then continue. I am curious. Holy fuck, I'm not that curious. Dear Lord. What a fucking essay. Okay. Alright. Let me take a sip of my beer, and then we'll take a crack at this. When I turned the page, the first thing I thought of was, I'm not reading all that, but good for you, or I'm sorry if it was bad. Alright. Part 2 setup and payoff. The most important elements of a narrative are cause and effect, but in part 2, especially during the current arc, some felt like there was only setup and payoff without the actual cause and effect. In one example, when Naito and Denji were taken forcefully by Public Safety Department, we expected there to be a cause and effect, but in the next chapter, they were freed without any consequences. That is an anti-narrative storytelling because the whole sequence was essentially pointless, as Yoshida explained their intentions anyway in the next chapter. One setup and payoff without the actual cause and effect wouldn't be a problem, but this keeps happening in part 2. Next, we saw Asa face the consequences of the Falling Devil attack head on, and it seemed like there was going to be a real development there. But when we next saw Asa, instead of bringing up the causes of the attack that killed over 2,000 people, she only brought up how Chainsaw Man saved her. There was a tension here that was never fully resolved. It felt like the major plot point was rewritten after chapter 132. If the story keeps ignoring the main point of the narrative, soon some people will understandably find the story to be mechanical, unmotivated, pointless, and nonsensical. The karaoke event finished in like one chapter, and the church raid happened immediately after the massacre. This arc felt like Fujimoto's way to quickly move his story to the next beat in quick succession, without actually caring about the development within those beats. For some, this arc felt rushed. If you reread the current arc, you'll immediately notice this arc currently has only a single cause and effect, while there are many setups and payoffs. There needs to be less setup and payoff than cause and effect in writing, or the story will evidently feel disjointed down the line. Part 1 versus Part 2. Some can't help but feel the reason why the story is written this way is because of the vastly different direction Fujimoto is taking compared to Part 1. When we compare Part 1 and Part 2, we could see two different types of stories. Part 1 was more of a character-driven story, while Part 2 is an event-driven story. And some believe this was a deliberate choice made by Fujimoto. Event-driven plots are plots where the conflict is caused by specific events that occur outside of the actions of the main characters. Event-driven stories are perfect when you're writing about an apocalyptic prophecy like in Part 2. You see, Fujimoto was never a writer who wanted to keep writing the same story over and over again. He loved to experiment and use new ideas, whether that be the idea of loneliness, destiny, or the importance of choice. But here is the problem. When you're writing an event-driven story, you have to make sure your story's narrative is clear to the readers. Cause and effect are the most important elements in an event-driven story. If cause and effect are slightly off, the tenses and inversions feel cheap, meaning subverted expectations wouldn't work without cause and effect. The main problem with Part 2 isn't because it's too slow or boring. Just claiming that people don't like Part 2 because it's slow is untruthful because it dismisses the point of the problem, as it just categorizes as if the story is subjective. A subjective story does not necessarily suggest there is a flaw in the story. The biggest flaw of Part 2 is that every new idea is not introduced in the context of what has come before. Because of that, it ultimately disrupts the flow of the narrative. Fuck me, that was a long read. I'm trying to rack my brain around this. I, for the most part, agree with every sentiment in this. I have my own personal criticisms of Part 2 right now. So I think right now, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be reviewing this series if I didn't love it. I love Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man Part 2. I don't think Part 2 is as good as Part 1. I think I can say that thoroughly right now. Maybe it will be in retrospect. Maybe it'll even be better in retrospect. But right now, I agree with all of this, and I have an even bigger problem with it right now. With the reintroduction of all of the hybrids in such quick succession like is happening now, even if we get Reize tomorrow, I still think it'll feel... I think that would feel kind of cheap as well. I feel like a lot of the problem with Chainsaw Man right now is that reading it feels like we're eating a huge steaming bowl of member berries. With all, like, I love having characters be reintroduced in thoughtful and cool ways. But, like, or could we have at least, like, maybe in the end, because I've said it in my own videos before, is that maybe his intention is that we're having factions of hybrids, where we have the hybrids on Public Safety or Denji's side, we have the hybrids on the Chainsaw Man Church's side. That could be it. But at the same time, every chapter with a new reveal, and I think I talked about it in my chapter review video as well, like, dear Lord, can we have like 5 seconds without seeing a character from part 1 reintroduced into the story? Can we develop the characters that we already have? I think that's what we need. And I also think another big criticism is bring Asa back into the story. She is the main character of part 2 now. Denji, I love Denji. And I love the amount of chapters that we've had focusing on him and the inner turmoil that he's faced. And especially with his situation. But I want it to be brought back to Denji, or to Asa, so bad. Because I loved the direction. I like the idea of Fujimoto writing a story in the same universe, but following a different character. And I want him to keep doing that. If he keeps working with the Chainsaw Man universe, it's a masterpiece universe. It's really, really cool. Lots of cool, but vague rules and functions. And I'd love to see him explore upon it with other stories and characters. Whether it be one-shots, one-offs, OVAs, whatever. I want more of other characters. And I love Denji, but, you know, we got introduced to Asa, and we got a lot of Asa for a while, but, you know, we only had, we need more, you know? We need more. That's what I'll say. I hope Denji finds out Reize is living on her own in some country town somewhere, like Universe said, and just busts out saying, "She's my country girl." Yeah. That is a absolutely sick reference to the song Country Girl by Belmont. A lot of people don't know this. I opened for Belmont. Why am I fucking humble bragging now? That's actually just a regular brag. That's not even a humble brag. I did open for Belmont once in a band I played with. They were very nice. Even though I'm pretty sure they're like kind of canceled. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but Country Girl by Belmont slaps. It's honestly overwhelming with all the character reveals. I feel like they're executed poorly. Yeah, I agree. I love Chainsaw Man with all of my heart. I love Chainsaw Man Part 2. I would not upload as many fucking videos about this godforsaken series to my channel if I didn't care about it so much. And if I didn't like it so much. But, you know, I think it's important. And also, I like the discussion that we're having in chat right now, here on stream and in chat. I like that as fans of this series, we can talk about the series in a subjective way. Is that the right word? We understand that no piece of literature is perfect aside from Goodnight Pum Pum. And so, you know, like, criticism, like, the fact that we can criticize a series that we love, I think is important. So, I like the discussion going on. I really enjoy the Denji chapters, but to me, it worked a bit better when Asa was the main focus, specifically because I find it a bit jarring, the whole, power plot. Yeah, I mean, because we're eventually gonna have to have more Denji, because of power and bringing like the Blood Devil back into the story. Like, it's gonna have to be via Denji somehow. He's gonna have to be a big part of the story again, or he's gonna have another string of chapters mainly focusing on him. But dude, we just need just like bring back the main character of part 2, for the love of God. Yeah, no, see, oh, Desto, that's a fantastic point. The problem with the Denji point of view right now is that he doesn't care about anything that's happening in the universe, therefore, it's treated like nothing eventful happens. I wholeheartedly agree, and actually, at first, I loved that. The first few Denji chapters, where it was his inner turmoil, and then him being just, like, overall disinterested with everything going on. I loved that at first. But I think it's been a decent amount of chapters of that to the point where it's just like, okay, we can move on. I would actually say the Falling arc also felt a little unfocused. I was a little out of it. I felt it was a little difficult to make the chapter reviews during the Falling arc, because I felt like it was trying to stretch a lot of words out and not a lot going on. Yeah, I agree, Assis. I don't see where the Blood Devil could fit in at this point, unless Fujimoto brings it in as a less important plot point, which I hate when things are set up to be a huge thing, but then they end up being not that big of a deal. Take, for example, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In Captain America Civil War from 2016, the movie ended with this huge rift in the Avengers, where they're all enemies now. Or I guess, I don't know, I don't remember all that well. It was 2016, 7 years ago. Holy fuck, Captain America Civil War came out 7 years ago. But that happened, and it ended with a huge rift in the Avengers. And the next big Marvel movie that came after that was Infinity War, where the entire fucking plot of that movie and the consequences from that movie were mended in, like, 5 minutes. And it's just like, I hate that trope of, like, big things being brought up. So like, a big point in Chainsaw Man Part 1 was power. Like, come find me in hell. Go to hell and find me. And if that does come back as, like, a small plot point, like, they somehow get transported to hell for 5 seconds, and then the Blood Devil's there, like, oh, you found me. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Now I'm just bitching about things that haven't even happened, so. I think the best direction is for Denji to have a major development before switching to Asa. I agree. I do agree with that. That'd be kind of cool. Well, not kind of cool. I feel like that'd be like the good writing way to kind of pass the reins again. And with all the new, with all the old characters being reintroduced again into the story, I will say, after Raise 8, normally I would say I don't want any more characters for a while. Throw Kobeni in there somewhere. Like make her like a taxi driver or something. Just throw her in there somewhere. But I'm fine with one more old character reintroduction if it's Kobeni. I'm fine with that. Alright. That was good criticism. I thought that was a very well-worded post and a lot to take in there. Someone made a post called, I think the Spear Hybrid is the strongest hybrid. There's the Spear Hybrid going toe-to-toe with Black Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah, and then there he does it again. Toe-to-toe with, I guess, Black Chainsaw Man again. He literally made Pochita scream. I never know how on desktop to look at these comments that people make here. But, I don't know what he's trying to say or what his point is by saying Spear might be the strongest, but I guess Spear maybe did the most damage to Denji. Or to Chainsaw Man in general. Dude, isn't it crazy how just, like underpowered, or, like, recovering Black Chainsaw Man still managed to, like, 2v1, Mirisugo and Samurai Sword? I wonder if the Spear Hybrid would be more relevant. Once we get the payoff to whatever is going on with the hybrids, I'm certain we'll learn more about him and Whip Hybrid. Or yeah, I agree. A next section with Asa and Denji together would be nice. They got to get back together at some point. Let's see. Oh, I think this is the same person, right? Or the most important difference between Asa and Denji. Okay. Oh, holy fuck. Another one? The spear is probably the most ancient weapon. Yeah, spear and, what's his name? Spear and, bow and arrow. Holy shit. Okay, so the biggest difference between Asa and Denji being head versus gut. So no head. Denji definitely is does not use his head. It's another one of those fucking long ones, but we're gonna read it. The biggest and most important difference between Asa and Denji. There are only two kinds of people in this world: a person who looks into the past hoping to fix their past mistakes, and a person who looks towards the future seeking opportunity for their desires. Asa and Denji are completely opposite between the two aforementioned spectrums. A head, someone that thinks with their head. Asa is defined by her past. She appeals to reason, but can only tear down what was made. Gut. Denji is defined by his future. He is true about life, but is blind to the consequences. Asa's fixation on the past. She just like me for real, dude. I'm also a past person. What does it mean to use your head? Using your head is about thinking. It is about what you have learned from your past experiences to interpret the past, present, or future. Head is a collection of information that you have acquired throughout your life and how you use it to solve a problem. Asa is selfless. She always focuses on her past memory and uses that as a judgment for her actions. Her actions are determined by her past, so she tries to make things right as to what went wrong, which is why she bears strong responsibility for her actions. We knew this from the very beginning of Part 2, as she wished she had lived more selfishly. Part 2 is about Asa repairing events that she believes should not have happened. She must cooperate with Yoru to get her body back. She killed her own teacher and class president. Yuko killed those students because of her. Asa believes she bears a great moral debt, even though she is not directly responsible. The past is what defines Asa Mitaka as a character. She cannot and will not move forward, so she alone has to fix it, but that'll only destroy her, as seen in the Justice Devil arc. Sometimes only using your head will not work. If Asa only focuses on restoring her life while fixating on her consequences, all she will achieve is destruction, because you cannot truly bring back what is lost. You can only erase what is new, like the War Devil's power. So Denji's fixation on the future. Unlike thinking with your head, following your gut is strictly future-oriented. It is to achieve the wants and desires of one's goal, but the gut is only about the future and is rarely ever has something to do with the past. Gut is very primal, instinct-focused engagement with the world around you. Denji is not a person who is held back by his past. He's the complete opposite. Barum was right about him. He suffered mentally and physically and got killed gazillion times, but you know what Denji does? He moves forward no matter what. Even if it's an extraordinary measure, such as forcing himself to forget about the past, he does it just so he can move on and survive. He moved on from Makima, now determined to raise a reincarnation of her. He moved on from Aki and power, even though he misses them. He moved on from Asa not liking him back, where unlike her, she got bittered after the possibility of him not reciprocating. Denji is a person who moves forward, but his mindset is a double-edged sword. Because Denji is so future-focused, he rarely ever learns from his mistakes, and just like that, he is blind to the consequences. That is the reason why it is so difficult for him to decide between his normal life and his starter that transforms him into Chainsaw Man. He wants to create his own path, and even though he made a choice between the two, he only does so because of Nayuta. He still doesn't understand the full consequences of revealing his identity. Part 2 is where Denji finally has to learn and use his brain once in a while. If he doesn't, he and his livelihood are in danger. There is no third option between a normal life and being Chainsaw Man. He has to choose. Asa looks behind while Denji looks forward. That's a pretty cool analysis there. Obviously, you know, it could be a bit of a stretch, but that is pretty cool. I don't really have much to say about that other than I agree with that. It's a very in-depth analysis. I didn't even think about that. That's like the one time where Medi, not the bad guy, made the video about Aki. And it was like something called like the tragedy of Aki Hayakawa. And it's something about how he noticed that most of the weapons in the Gun Fiend or the Gun Devil in Part 1 were, because it was mostly controlled by America, it was all American guns and American weapons. And I was like, dear fucking God. What, like, how do people notice this? Gotta read the Defensive Part 2 as well. Let me find it. I think it's the same person. Wait, I'm gonna, unless they could post something, NSFW. Oh, nope, I found it right here. Okay. In defense of Chainsaw Man's story, this post was written about defending the recent direction of Chainsaw Man Part 2's narrative as a whole. Yes, this is a follow-up to an actual criticism of Chainsaw Man's story. Though this was originally planned to be posted together, it was delayed. The past does not counter all points that were made. Oh, this post does not counter all points that were made in the previous post. If you think Part 2 is garbage, you want to keep thinking away, whatever. Dear fucking God, how much do I have to read? Holy shit, dude. Let me drink some water. Okay, I'll drink some water. And then we'll do it. Give me 2 seconds. These are, Zizu, to be fair, these are incredibly interesting posts. And actually, these are some of the best Chainsaw Man discussion posts I've ever seen. Holy fuck, though, is it just a wall of text. God damn. Chainsaw Man fans, like, yeah, reading Devil Strikes Again. I do not mean this in a derogatory way when I say this. Because I myself am not neurotypical. I am neurodivergent, like most people here. So what I'm about to say will come off as a very derogatory thing to say, but I actually think this is an apt description of the Chainsaw Man fandom. The Chainsaw Man community, or the Chainsaw Man fandom, is the personification of autism. In a good way. Like the in-depth, super... I'm thinking of the Japanese word komakai. Komakai. It's a good vocab word if you're learning Japanese. Komakai means intricate, minute, deep, and thorough. Komakai. Komakai, I think, is also is a good adjective, especially when it comes to the concept of autism. The Chainsaw Man fandom is most definitely, and I think it's due to the fact that there's a lot of neurodivergent people within the Chainsaw Man fandom. I mean, if you look at me, I make just fucking countless videos and discussion videos and stuff. No, dude, Alba, Asa is literally a fucking breath of fresh air. Yeah. Oh, Ro, what's up, dude? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. How have you been? Can we get that quote on the book cover? Autism. Personified autism. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Event-driven conflict. First, we have to understand the difference between an event-driven story and a character-driven story, as there are a lot of people who disagreed with how Part 2 is an event-driven story. An event-driven story is a plot in which the main character reacts to external events or circumstances. These external events can be anything: other people, natural events like storms, or man-made situations. Basically, event-driven plots are plots where the conflict is caused by specific events that occur outside of the actions of the main characters. We see this storytelling from the very start of Part 2, when Asa was murdered by a student who made a contract with the Justice Devil. The Justice Devil, narratively, is not a character, but an invisible force that drives the conflict. External events can also be counted on with the conflict between public safety and the Chainsaw Man Church. These and the prophecy are the main focal points that drive the conflict in Part 2. There are still character-driven conflicts, though they are not as prevalent as mostly kept internal in Part 2. Event-driven stories does not mean it doesn't focus on characters. But there's an argument. Isn't this the same as the Gun Devil from Part 1? The main difference between the Gun Devil and the Justice Devil is that the Gun Devil did not create any external events during the main plot, and instead acted as a basis for many other character goals, like how Denji wanted to kill the Gun Devil for Makima. Though the logics here are quite arbitrary and don't fully explain the difference between Parts 1 and 2, due to both stories being similar in both context and structure. It is worth noting that stories can be a mix of the two types. What matters is that the direct force that creates conflict, identifying what drives the main conflict of the narrative, is what helps the readers notice the main focus of the narrative thread. Why does it matter? But why does this matter? Why do we need to know Part 2 is an event-driven story? In Chainsaw Man Academy Saga, there are two important narrative threads we have to follow. One is the characters, while the other is the world. The major criticism people had of Part 2 was that there wasn't enough cause and effect, so it felt like the story wasn't going anywhere. And to be honest, they're right when you only look at the characters, but when you start looking through the different lens of Part 2's narrative, it becomes much more clear. If you wanted to look into cause and effect of Part 2, you have to focus on the events of people around it, instead of the characters, as they aren't the ones who drive the main conflict. Chapters 101 and 103 are great examples of this, because they directly tell us, the readers, what we should keep in mind throughout Part 2. In both chapters, it tells us that the public opinion of Chainsaw Man and tension between public safety and devils as a whole, which became the main driving force in Part 2. Many of the cause and effects in Part 2 were about how the church became a major conflict in the narrative. This story gave you a glimpse on the very first chapter, where the poster of a Chainsaw Man club calling party can be seen after the Justice Devil killed 3 people, giving the War Devil an opportunity. Then we see the radicalization of students after Yuko, who made a contract with the Justice Devil, murdered 3 students. And finally, we have the Falling Devil attack, in which Fami summoned one of the primal fears to kill over 2,000 people in Japan and destabilize countries around the world. Understandably, some people were disappointed with the development within that attack, especially on the characters, but the payoff of the attack had massive implications because it jump-started the Chainsaw Man Club into full-blown cult. So the current arc. When people look at the current arc, they look as if it is a disconnected storyline with only setup and payoff. But when you look into the world, this whole arc is giant cause and effect arc that has come before. Though Fujimoto did stumble a bit in chapter 133. In this arc, we see riots between people who are against Chainsaw Man and people who are for Chainsaw Man. We also see the ever-growing surveillance against Denji and Naita, which explains why the church's weapons were cut down in seconds. As revealed by Fumiko, public safety has already infiltrated the church, so it comes as no surprise when Barham's plan becomes a complete disaster. And of course, we see a glimpse of the growing and invisible hands of Chainsaw Man Church and public safety. This is where it all led to this moment, the conflict between the two factions. It's understandable why some people have missed this, because throughout most of Part 2, we were seeing through Denji and Asa's points of view, and it is evident that both Public Safety and Chainsaw Man Church do not want to reveal their intentions to either of them. If you really enjoy this kind of stuff, is up to you. Holy fuck, dude, there's so much more! Dear fucking Christ on a bike. Chainsaw Man fans, derogatory. Oh, Ro, are you editing a new video, perhaps? You'll have to let me know. Look, Chainsaw Man isn't perfect, and I do think parts, especially the current arc, were a bit rushed to say the least. Notably, the consistent jumps in and out. A lot of people find the story to have very slow pace, but this arc was way too fast for my taste, which was my major complaint. But hey, no one is perfect, and that is why I love Fujimoto's writing so much. Okay. I'm gonna hit an official. I like what I'm seeing here. I do. I'm gonna stamp this with a. I'm not reading all that. This is great. And the discussion is fantastic. I can't keep up. I'm calling it there on that. Oh, the last big thing about Chainsaw Man discussion I wanted to talk about was this in specific. So give me a sec. I'm gonna fucking wet my palate. I've been talking for so long, my throat's dry. Water as well. Gotta stay hydrated. Dear God. That was a lot to read. Yeah, my reading comprehension's also shit. So what if they use Akane's body for the new fiend this chapter? Not to be that guy. I did talk about this in my chapter review, my latest chapter review. I think this is actually where I mentioned that, dear Lord, can we go 5 seconds without reintroducing an old character from part 1? I think that'd be kind of cool, because I think we noticed, you know, that thin-ass waistline. As well as using the women's public safety uniform. And it would be an interesting concept to have a fiend, maybe like a male fiend, or like they did like a hodgepodge of different body parts to make one fiend. Oh, dude, Desto, thank you so much. That's right, I forgot. I wanted to talk about that too. Avatar Desto just brought up a great point. I talked about my latest video about this fiend right here potentially being the curse fiend, and I got a decent amount of shit for that. Because the chapter was called, I think, Justice Nails Katana or something. And so it's like, obviously it's the Justice Devil. Obviously it's the Katana Devil. So then that means this is the Nails Devil. Which, to be fair, probably in the end this is just the Nail Devil. I can't imagine a Nail Devil would be all that strong, but who knows? Maybe some people are actually afraid of nails on the planet. But the Cursed Devil was in public safety's possession because public safety officials could make deals with the Cursed Devil. It doesn't explain as to why Santa Claus was able to make a deal with the Cursed Devil. But I'm assuming public safety has the Cursed Devil in their hands. And obviously, yeah, like Yoru's saying in chat right now, this character, they do bear a resemblance to Cosmo with the brains out there like that, and also but they also bear a resemblance a bit to Denji with the shark teeth and the beautiful blonde hair. Yeah, Nail Devil also just sounds kind of dumb. I thought the Curse Devil would be cool, not only because it'd be a cool way to keep another character going throughout part 2, but also because it's something I know I could talk about it. It's something I know about. If you didn't catch in my last chapter review video, the reason why nails are so heavily associated with curses in Japanese media, like if you think about the Pokemon games and Jujutsu Kaisen with Nobara Kurisaki's hammer and nail weapons, Aki's nail sword when he had the contract with the Cursed Devil in part 1 of Chainsaw Man. The reason why nails are so nails are affiliated with a lot of Japanese media when it comes to curses is because of an old folklore called the Ushi no Toki Mairi, which is a curse. It's called Shrine Visit at the Hour of the Ox, where a woman dressed in all white would go into a shrine between 2 and 3 a.m., which is when the Hour of the Ox was, and she would hammer a nail into a tree, sometimes through a voodoo doll with like a possession or a lock of hair from the person she's trying to curse. She hammers a nail through the tree. She comes back and hammers it every night for, I think, 7 days, for a full week. And once she does this, a portal to the spirit realm will open, and demons, oni, and yokai will come and drag the prospective cursed person into hell, or into the spirit world, or kill them, torture them, whatever. So kill them, essentially. That's why nails are associated with curses in Japanese media. It's because of Japanese folklore. So, fun fact. My crack theory is that Fiend being Denji's long-lost dead sister. That would be a subversion of expectations. If we're talking about, like, because as that one person put in the criticism of Chainsaw Man, current Chainsaw Man arc on Reddit, about how, God, what was it? Oh, fuck. Like cheap setups with cheap payoffs that act like subversion of expectation. This would be an actual subversion of expectation. This person's related to Denji. Yeah, exactly like Nobara. Denji's sister is British. Dear God, no. Okay. I want to check on one thing. Okay, awesome. I was thinking we might not be able to do... I was thinking we would not be able to do the Future Devil AI today, but we might be able to make it work. Character AI has just been weird lately. Did my internet crash? Should you give your thoughts on Akane's neck stitches? Were there neck? I didn't even see the neck stitches. If there were neck stitches, then that'd be interesting. I talked about it a little bit in my chapter review, but I think there's a decent possibility that it could be Akane's body. I don't know, but like, here's the thing. Why would they use Akane's body? Actually, we didn't give that a thorough discussion. Why would they use Akane's body is my big question. It could be a thing. I could definitely see it, but you know, I don't know. Like, cause she doesn't necessarily have a spectacular, like, flawless, jacked specimen of a body, except for those thighs. But she never dodging the Coomer allegations. But like, I don't know. She's not like a actual, like, crazy physical specimen that they needed her body for. Yeah, Snake Girl. Also, what's up, Shin Leo? How are you doing? All right. Let's see. I might be able to make this work. I think we're going to be able to talk to the Future Devil today. What in the fuck just happened to my computer? Okay. Oh, great. Oh, wait, fuck. I have to turn off the music. God damn it. Dicks. Shit. All right. I have to do that because I edit this for later in my video. Oh, great and powerful Future Devil. What is going to happen in Chainsaw Man Chapter 145? Everybody get ready for those cheeks to puff up. Yeah, there it is. Whoosh. Slap net, future devil ass. Meet eye psycho boys. And girls. Alright. Its cheeks puff up with anticipation. Eye shining, the future devil speaks. Something huge is going to shake up Denji's whole world. A revelation or a development that no one saw coming. This is going to change everything that's been set in place up until this point, and nothing will be the same after this. Denji will never be the same, and the future will rule. Good thing that he gave it the Mirai Psycho, but god damn it, we're back to getting vague responses. I think maybe we should try a fresh one. I'm gonna try a fresh future devil, and we're gonna see what happens. All right. Let's see if he puffs his cheeks this time. Oh, great and powerful future devil. What is going to happen in Chainsaw Man chapter 145? Oh, he doesn't puff his cheeks. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Okay, now he's trying to negotiate. What does this asshole want? The future devil chuckles, putting his palm on his chin. My, that chapter was quite the doozy. I'll tell you, but what will I get in return? I'll clap those future devil cheeks. I'm offering sexual services to the future devil for him to tell me about the next chapter of Chainsaw Man. The future devil wants my cheeks. Dude, he'd get quite the gyat if he wanted that. Sheesh. I could throw it back. My Romanian deadlift form is pretty good. After every 2 weeks, restart the future devil for better results. I'll probably have to do that. This time, this motherfucker's trying to negotiate with us, though. Hey, don't underestimate me. But that's a deal I could make. Just look into my stomach and see what kind of payment I'll be asking for. All right. I look into his stomach. What's it going to show us? Yeah, I'm going to clap some future devil cheeks. Future devil's about to file a sexual harassment lawsuit. Yeah, we're going to get Title IX'd by the future devil. Is this seriously not going to work? Hello? Please? Yeah, Jake's gotten an opportunity we all wish for. Not if it doesn't load. Alright, whatever. I think we tried our best. I think character AI is being a little weird today. I think it's trying to push its premium service right now. So, I think it's like deliberately slowing it down for non-premium users. Whatever, it's fine. Saves me from having to eat a pair of Crocs. Jake X the future devil? Yeah, I want the Dojin now. He'll respond in the future, yeah, exactly. Alright. There are two big things I wanted to talk about. Someone needs to do an art of the future devil and Jake sipping on wine on a date. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I want. I'll draw it myself. I'm learning how to draw right now. I'll draw Rule 34 of me and the future devil. I would absolutely top the future devil. Why did I say that? Alright. While I still have... I'm not going to switch... Okay. I'm not switching over to Jujutsu Kaisen discussion yet. It's when I do, it'll be a short Jujutsu Kaisen discussion. What I'm going to do now is we're going to switch to a new segment. I am a door-to-door salesman. I have just come to your door. Knock, knock, knock. Will you answer the door? Okay, you answer the door. I'm here to sell you on an incredibly underrated new manga series. Like, sort of new manga series. And here are the reasons why you should read it. That's my introduction. What I'm trying to sell you on is a manga called Choujin X. Here, let's go to this one. Choujin X. Now, this is a manga by the creator of Tokyo Ghoul, Sui Ishida. Now, as everyone watching this stream right now are Chainsaw Man fans, you must know that Chainsaw Man would not exist if it were not for Sui Ishida, if it weren't for Tokyo Ghoul. Tatsuki Fujimoto has mentioned a few times before that one of his biggest influences when writing Chainsaw Man was Sui Ishida and Tokyo Ghoul. In 2020 or 2021, Sui Ishida decided that he wanted to write a new manga called Choujin X. I started reading Choujin X the day it came out. I read chapter 1. Then I kept up with it for a few chapters. Choujin X, Sui Ishida releases Choujin X maybe a few times a month, 1 or 2 times a month sometimes. He releases it when he feels like doing it, but it's actually made him a lot more productive. And I don't know if anyone knows this, Sui Ishida is like a goated artist. Look at his fucking style. This is the cover for volume 1 of this is the cover of volume 1 for Choujin X. Oh, toddler punter, Sean. Oh, we got the D-Man? Does that mean we're doing Baldur's Gate tonight? Yeah, okay. So, here's the thing. As I'm trying to sell you on Choujin X right now, and good thing it's on your watch list, Ro, because that shit's gas. Now, I will tell you, when I read the first few chapters of Choujin X, I actually dropped it. And then I tried reading it again. And then I dropped it again. I've dropped Choujin X twice. I picked it up for the 3rd time, when there are, like 30 or so chapters in it at that point. And thank fucking God I did. Choujin X slaps. Choujin X, I would even go as far as to say, I am as hyped for new chapters of Choujin X as I am for Chainsaw Man. So let me show you something. First of all, I will show you Sui Ishida's artistic prowess right now. Because I think I'll show you every single volume of Choujin X so you know what kind of artist we're working with. Volume 2. Pretty good. It's super fucking aesthetic. Volume 3. Getting a little freaky with it. It kind of looks like the Gimp from, fuck, what's that movie called? God damn it. Tarantino? Not Kill Bill. Am I dumb? Give me a sec. Fucking Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson. What movie am I thinking about? What is it? Pulp Fiction. Thank fucking God, Al-Basami. Thank you so much. Yeah, it kind of looks like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. Okay, now who the fuck is this guy? Like, okay, but it's cool, right? Who the fuck is this guy, right? It's getting, like, more and more abstract and cool. Now we're gonna get into the crown jewel of manga volume covers, in my opinion. Not this one, but we're getting there. This is a fucking drawn picture. The shading. Everything. Holy fuck. For a manga volume cover. And now here we are at the most recent volume cover featuring one of the, I would say, best girl, like the best girl character in a long time. Look at this fucking art! Dude! This was drawn by someone! A real person drew this! Dogs, you have to fucking, I beg of you, you have to read Choujin X, dude. It's, like, not only is the art fire, and like, if you can get through the first, like, few chapters, the first few chapters are actually pretty good, too. Even though it was just, when it was coming out so slowly, it was harder to keep up with. I pulled up the first chapter, we wanted to look at it a little bit. I don't want to read the entire thing, but I just wanted to, like, show you guys. Just like I'll show you the first few pages of this. We'll go through it together. Then if you wanted to, you guys can go through it on your own. But I wanted this. I wanted to go through it together, so we can enjoy the wonders of this universe together. So I can maybe turn some Chainsaw Man fans onto the newest manga by Chainsaw Man's predecessor's author. Yeah, in the first 20 chapters, I guess, yeah, I could see them being considered a prologue, but they're a good-ass prologue, in retrospect. So we're on a plane. Rustle, kaplunk. You drop this tomato. Eep, thank you kindly. What a magnificent tomato. Are you on your own, my dear? Yeah-huh. There's a fair coming up we just can't miss. Usually my grandpappy goes, but he got his back hurt, so this time I'm going for him. A fair? It's a competition to decide the best produce is what it is. If you win, it makes a name for you. Wait, what the fuck? It makes a name for your produce, and that means more orders, and more orders means you strike rich. Well, isn't that nice? What will you do if you become rich? First off, get a pesticide spraying drone, a brand new tractor, and a fully automated, temperature-regulated hoop greenhouse. I also want to live in a ginormous house and get a dog this big, and I'll have a handsome Goldilocks hubby. Oh my. And I'll have 9 kids. Oh my, that's quite a lot, huh? Not good. Pardon my interruption. Would you be kind enough to let me through, ma'am? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get out of your way. Oh, my seatbelt. How's this thing gonna work again? I'm sorry, are you headed to the restroom? Hurry the hell up, you old hag! He almost hits her. Then this little girl grabs his arm. What are you doing? You're not supposed to hit old ladies. My mistake. The air currents rocked me right to sleep in the middle of an important gig. That wasn't beautiful. That makes this second rate. Swip. First rate would look more like this. Everyone catches on fire. Literally fucking everyone dies. We're on page 3. Everyone is dead. We're on page 3 of this manga. I hope you liked that little girl from before. Poof. Everyone's on fire. There's that old lady from before, too. There's the plane catching on fire. And fucking crashing, by the way. I hope you like plane crashes, because that shit is all over the place here. Elegant. Okay, and here we get into the actual story, but yeah. I'll save that for later. I have at least given you a taste of the art and the storytelling of Choujin X. And I personally find that to be a fantastic opener for a manga. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm thinking about adding it to my rotation of discussions and even reviews. Maybe because I'll keep it real with you guys. I have personally wanted to do more content outside of reviewing, especially outside of reviewing Chainsaw Man. I've wanted to do non-Chainsaw Man content for a while now, to the point where I've even been considering making another channel for non-Chainsaw Man related content. And then making this a solely dedicated Chainsaw Man channel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but maybe if I add Choujin X into the mix, I could talk about more things that keep things refreshed. And I just want to gradually add more stuff. So I'm not just talking about Chainsaw Man all the time. I love Chainsaw Man, but I want to keep things going and keep it diverse, you know? Holy fuck, my back's hurting. Ishida is that artist Fujimoto was talking about when he said some artists have godly talent he doesn't understand. Dude, Ishida is one of... Even back during the Tokyo Ghoul days, like, I have all my Ishida collection down here. I even have some volumes of Choujin X. Dude, Ishida is just otherworldly goated. Oh, thank you, Ro. I'm excited for more Ro content. I mean, I've told you once, and I'll tell you again, dude, I'm so excited for your channel. I want more fucking Ro content. I'm very excited. Alright. Before I end things off... Oh, God, I'm feeling stiff. Before I end things off, Jesus Christ. I did want to talk about... I don't have anything pulled up. My thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen post chapter 236. There have been 2 chapters that have come out since then, 237, 238. I've read both of them. I read both of them recently. I said I'd keep up for a while to see what the next fight was going to be like. If you don't want any Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers, no worries, guys. Like, you know, thank you so much for coming. Either way. Oh wait, Horikoshi even took inspiration from Ishida? I used to watch Sweet Ishida streams. I have the VODs pulled up because I want to learn how to draw. And I'm gonna start watching those too. Kashimo got cooked. We were so hyped. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have a few Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers before the end here. Post chapter 236, we had Hajime Kashimo join the fray and join the fight. And oh, no worries. Good night, Latara Assis. Have a good sleep. Thank you for staying up so late to tune into this stream. I appreciate you for being here, and I always love the discussion you bring to the table. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Get a good sleep. 8 hours. At least 8 hours. So I hope you wake up at 8:23 in the morning tomorrow. Not 10:23 in the morning tomorrow. So you get a good 8 hours. So I thought there was a potential that JJK could still be pretty hype after, like, post 236. If the Kashimo fight went well, or if it was pulled off successfully. If Kashimo was cooler, or could do more, or could actually hold up against Sukuna, I feel like it would have been a lot more hype, and would have made, like, the events of 236 at least feel like they were leading into something cool. But it hasn't. It's just, it's bad writing. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Yeah, Hakari and Higuruma are next on the list. Yeah, you did tell me. You were right. You were right. It's, I'm pretty much done with it, honestly. I'm just not feeling it. It's been so bad. And now finally they want to bring Yuji back into the fray. What the fuck is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Does he have a domain expansion he can do? Does he have his own technique? I don't care at this point. And it's just, like, I guess maybe it would have still been bad writing, even if Kashimo could hold his own against Sukuna, because, you know, how, like Gojo was so far ahead of everyone else. Like, the gap between him and the second best was immense, and no one could ever get there. So, as well, but at this point, though, it's I can't even get invested, you know? It's so sad, because I love Jujutsu Kaisen so much, and it had such a strong first few arcs. All the way through Shibuya Incident. I liked post-Shibuya Incident for a while, too. All the way up through probably Higuruma and not Denji, fucking God, what's his name? Yuji. Their fight all the way through that I thought was pretty gas. And then when the Gojo and Sukuna fight started, it was pretty hype again. I don't know. It really does make me feel like what's his name? Gege Akutami doesn't really care about JJK anymore. I don't think he cares how it goes. Yeah, oh, Reggie was cool too. Oh, it feels like Naruto post Madara. Yeah. Oh, dude. It is more than time to read Noragami, especially as it's getting close to the end. I kind of want to hop on the Noragami hype train before it ends, so I can be like, I was here. The Yuki fight was I would say the Yuki fight was arguably, no, it's not arguably worse than the Gojo fight, but it's almost as bad as the Gojo fight. That was also total bullshit. Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen has had a bit of a fall from grace for me. I was actually, because I didn't expect myself, because when I first saw the leaks for 236, unintentionally saw them, I was like, wow, this is dog shit. And then I actually read it, and I was like, okay, like, this is bad writing, but whatever. I can see why people like it. Now I'm at the point where I'm just like, nah, dog. That's a no from me. Mama Yuya time? Oh, dude, I should. Okay, what if I promise you, I want to do a gaming stream maybe tomorrow? Or Wednesday. What if I promise you I stream again tomorrow or Wednesday, and I read it then? I'll do a gaming stream for like Phasmophobia or GTFO or something, but then we'll also read Mama Yuya. I promise. Scout's honor. I promise that. Next stream will have Mama Yuya in it. Greg has no affinity for his cast, and it makes it kind of hard to get invested. I agree, dude. He doesn't give a fuck about his characters anymore. But yeah, I'll get just fucking heated if I keep talking about it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this stream. I had a lot of fun. I think there was a lot of great discussion, and I think we saw a lot of cool deep dives into Chainsaw Man, like analysis, lore, predictions, discussion in general. I liked being able to sell you guys on, or trying to sell you guys on one of my favorite newer manga series. If you guys do end up reading Choujin X, let me know what you think. I might add it into my rotation now. Will there be a One Piece stream this week? I definitely should. If not, maybe I could do Mama Yuya with the One Piece stream, or maybe I could do gaming in Mama Yuya, or gaming in... I'll make it work somehow. There will be another One Piece stream. There'll be another gaming stream. I want to stream more in general lately anyway. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I had fun as always. I've said it before, and I always feel bad when I say it, but it's the truth. Sometimes I actually enjoy streaming more than I enjoy actually making videos, because I like getting to talk to you guys in real time. I like how it feels like I'm like hanging out with people even if I'm not. Oh, of course, bro. No, thank you guys so much for joining and all of your kindness all the time. Just make a stream of people trying to convince you to open the Discord. You know my reservations, but it'll happen sometime. But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow in the Chainsaw Man Chapter 145 review video. You can see I have a little bit of a cyst right there. You can kind of see it there. That's kind of weird. All right, night, guys. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Have a good one. Get back safe. Go home.